We started out yesterday on our epic road trip.
It's our blessed adventure. It's our blessed adventure.
Sister retired yesterday, and my brother-in-law, my sister, my nephew, and my mom. We're headed out on a trip up the East Coast, and our first stop overnight stopped at the world-famous Cabela's. See if you can get that in there. I think you can see that. Yep, Cabela's for our overnight stop. So we're going to get on the road and see what we can accomplish today.
We started out on this beautiful sunshiny day, and we was headed down about a 13% grade, and Glenn radioed us and says his brakes are getting hot. As we get off at the next exit, we hear Glenn say, "I have no brakes, I can't stop." So we expect to hear a crash, but turn to see Glenn veering the RV back on the highway. God is so good, and gave Glenn quick response. We try to call them and radio them as David is getting us back on the highway, praying we don't see an accident as we continue to try to reach them. Approximately 10 minutes passed. We finally reached them. Glenn was able to get off at several exits down, and a couple saw their brakes smoking and followed them off the exit and jumped out, and he was under the RV before Glenn got out of the RV. He was a mechanic and owned an RV. He told Glenn to get back on the highway ASAP before the brakes seized up. They sprayed fire extinguisher on them, thanks to that wonderful man, and got back on the road, and we were able to catch up with them with such a big sigh of relief. These are some wonderful people out there. Besides all the evil we are seeing in these days, there are wonderful people, and we serve a wonderful God.
When you're on the road traveling, there's always going to be some kind of hiccups. So we had a brake line breakup, so we're going to build a new one. And we had little brakes get hot on the motorhome coming down like a 13% grade. But everybody's safe, and we're going to get things fixed up, and we're going to be back on the road. Thank the Lord. Here we are on the epic road trip. We've arrived at our location for our second day. There's my brother-in-law walking across the street. And look where they gave us places to park. Right out in front of the building. And we are at Hershey, Pennsylvania at Chocolate World. So we're gonna go inside and check out Chocolate World.
Going into Hershey, and it's Mom's first time ever being to Hershey World. There's Hershey Park over there. We're not going to Hershey Park. I don't think we'll make her get on the roller coaster over there. But we are going to make a ride on Chocolate World. Go in here and get some fresh candy. Fresh chocolate everywhere in here. And go the ride.
Walk this way, guys. This way. Stay behind me. Stay behind me. All right. Whoever's coming with me.
They even have a special wheelchair and car for Mom. Isn't that special? Look at that, just perfect. So they don't miss either. There's the Rogers in theirs.
Thank you,
I'll be back to get you guys in the way.
All right. Welcome aboard the Hershey's Chocolate Factory Tour. For your safety, please remain seated with your hands and feet.
Got that feel good feeling every day. We're making chocolate the Hershey way. And you can taste the love all over the world. Taste the love. Taste the love. Have fun at the factory, everybody.
Which grind cocoa nibs into unsweetened chocolate. Cocoa nibs have been ground down like this for thousands of years. Milling machines generate lots of heat through intense pressure and friction.
The best world is Reese's. That's my favorite. What's yours favorite? Look at the big s'more they make here. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? I think we need to get one of those.
We bake the graham crackers here, and the marshmallow is made with liquid smoke.
The marshmallow's made with liquid smoke.
To
Wow.
make it taste like it was done on a campfire.
Oh, wow.
It only takes a minute and a half to come through the oven, and then I put it back in to melt the chocolate. $9.54.
Well,
They're
thank
custom made.
Custom made. All right. To see what fresh candy we want to take home. Yep. Looks like Mom and David stopped at the York Peppermint Patties. They're probably pretty fresh. You can get you a whole box of peppermint patties, Mom.
No, we see them over there. That's too many.
And we headed over to the Hershey Park camping resort for that night. We celebrated with a wonderful chocolate dessert for Kieran's retirement and our epic road trip ahead. Then we drove the short distance from Hershey to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, to the Living Waters Theater to see the wonderful play called Jesus. It was an absolute fantastic play.
Our stop for the night was Camp Walmart.
This morning we got up and it was going to be a big travel day for us today to get some miles under our belt. We came upon the George Washington Bridge trying to decide which direction to go, and we didn't make the right decision. Yes, it didn't say campers, it said trucks. So we're getting a special escort to the top of the bridge because we were supposed to go to the top, not the lower level. And we did not know that. It did not explain it extremely well. It just said trucks. So we're getting a special escort. All right, we got back up at the right spot.
95 North.
There's the George W. Bridge. After paying $67 to cross this bridge. So after a long travel day, we ended up at our wonderful Walmart for the evening. Got up early the next morning and headed out on a foggy day and got over to Cape Cod to arrive at the Martha's Vineyard Ferry for our scheduled departure.
We're waiting for this one to unload and it's full of semis. So it's got semis stacked in there all up to there, so they're coming out. And then you have buses and everything all over here waiting to go. All right, here we go. Getting ready to cruise on to the ferry.
All kinds of semis, all kinds of. There's one just a trailer.
Oh no, they was stacked in there. I looked inside there. There was there's still semis stacked in there.
Side by side.
That's what, about 4 or 5 just come out of there?
Yeah, more than that.
And there's still probably 3 more in there at least.
You can see the ones rolling out from the right side there. Yeah, there's one coming out.
Yeah.
Look at the tag, Timbuktu.
Alright guys, you're getting ready to get onto the ferry.
Let's go.
No phone use while boarding.
Oh, I'm gonna take it. Put my phone down. They ended up loading a big bus, 2 semis in here, and the nursery truck. So you're loaded up pretty full. That's pretty cool. We got up here on the deck and we're gonna take our spot right here. We're gonna take a quick look around. Here's our crew out here taking some pictures.
Karen, you want me to take one of all 3 of you?
We're gonna check out Phil's skills. He's the man. He's got to throw the rope out to get ready, get us tied up.
Yeah, it's good for the job first, get us home, and that'll be all set.
He's wound up here. He's getting his special loops made. 12 inches in diameter each loop.
Specific. What's up, Ethan?
Don't you notice if they have any donuts left?
Phil just tossed it like nothing was soup. He just threw it out like a ball.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. And that little rope pulls out the big rope and gets his anchored up. Nice job, Phil.
Thanks, sir.
After a lovely 45-minute ride, we arrived on Martha's Vineyard. And Martha's Vineyard consists of lighthouses, beaches, and little harbor towns, which include Edgartown, Oak Bluffs, Ugonna, Chilmark, Mimissa, West Tisbury, and Tisbury, which we are hoping to hit all of the little towns. But the houses you see right here are just beautiful, historic, old homes. And that was the beginning of our tour. And we came to the first little town of Edgartown. It's big historic homes and an old whaling port. And it hosts a lot of yachting events here. On to this little town that I'll just spell for you because I just butchered the name. And it's an old fishing village. And we walked through the little town, the quaint little shops. Then on through Oak Bluffs, which has the oldest America carousel called the Flying Horses. We didn't get to see it because it was closed, so that was a little bummer, but we could at least look through the window and see them. These row of houses in this neighborhood is called the Campground Association. These houses date back to the 1800s, belong to the, I forget which church it was. I'll have to add that in the description.
We looked up on some of the things they do at Massachusetts Vineyard, and one of the things they said was come to Backdoor Donuts. So unfortunately we got to catch the ferry before they open, because Monday through Saturday they open at 6:30, and then on Sundays they open at 5. So this is the back door. But if you leave the Backdoor Donuts and you walk around to the front, I'll show you what's going on. So you come down here, and voila, Backdoor Bakery is the Martha's Vineyard Gourmet Cafe and Bakery Shop. So we're gonna go from the back door and go in the front.
But if you want to take donuts, for now these ones are the ones that are left. And also I can recommend
And this is what you get. You go
double chocolate
in the back.
We also stopped at the Oak Bluffs campground to get information, because we definitely have to come back to Martha's Vineyard and spend more time. Visited the Inkwell Beach and then on to Tisbury, which has Chilmark and Ugonna in the incorporated. Here's the beautiful lighthouse. Right now we're going to walk up to. This is Ugonna.
This is I think it's Ugonna. Here we are up here at the Ugonna Cliff. See the lighthouse in the background there, right there. And wow,
Beautiful.
Martha's Vineyard is way bigger than what we thought.
Yeah.
And beautiful, beautiful views.
Beautiful.
So we've been planning as we ride around, thinking about we'll have to come back and spend some time here, a few days, a week or so,
Yep.
rent a house or something.
Yeah, we definitely do. They can take RVs over here up to 40 feet.
40
So
feet, yep.
We can't bring ours, but you may want to bring yours.
So
Nice campground.
pretty views.
We had a wonderful day on Martha's Vineyard, and we were all pretty worn out. All that is except Karen and DJ. She just had to video us taking a nap while waiting on to load back on the ferry for our ride back over.
When we came over to Martha's Vineyard, we traveled on the larger inside hall ferry. And when we returned on the one level flat ferry.
Thank you so much for watching Noel's Blessed Adventures. Please leave us a comment. We always love comments. Hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share it with your friends.